All right, all right. Answers by guest. Video number 3. What up there, guess?
What's up?
All right. Remember, guys, like us Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Patreon. Always look for those hashtags, answers by guest, and ABGFF. Remember, there are no buys this week. All right. First game on my list Los Angeles Rams at the Kansas City Chiefs. Is he stinging?
I don't know what he's doing.
Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. Stafford's in concussion protocol. Seems like he's practicing. I'm not 100% sure. If the Rams don't have Stafford, are we comfortable starting anybody against this KC team that's just rolling? On the flip side, Kelsey's the man, but they seems like Juju could be coming back this week. How does that affect things? And Tony seems to be possibly going to play. I don't understand how you're in 1 week and out next. Let's talk about that situation. And Pacheco, the only kind of viable running back option?
Yeah, well, backup QB came in for the Rams last week. The first thing he did was just run. So they got a running quarterback. I think that's going to change things. Yep, and I think that's going to change things for them. Allen Robinson's a little banged up. Vans finally got going last week. Higbee and Skoranek were more involved as well. Throwing the ball around while it was Stafford. And then Perkins came in and he was running. I like Kyron Williams in this one. It's down to Akers and Williams, and that clears things up a little bit, getting rid of Henderson. So I think both of them get a nice bump. We'll see how they use him here, especially Kyron Williams, because they could use him to pass the ball with a mobile quarterback if they have to worry about him running, and that you scoot Williams out there a little bit and you dump it off to him. So I think that could be beneficial. We'll see if Allen Robinson goes. Looks like he's going to go at this point. But it's volume play for the Rams because the Chiefs are going to score. Rams defense has not been what it's supposed to be. They have not been a sum of their parts. I like Sky Moore again. I mean, he was our guesstimator last week, and I like him going into this one, building off of the momentum he had last week. Listen, Mecole Hardman is still on IR. And even if Tony plays, it's that hamstring or knee or whatever it was that's been keeping him out, or maybe it wasn't, in New York. And Kelsey. So I think that they'll be just fine scoring the ball. So it's all volume on the Rams. So if you have debatable positions, I would feel free running out some Rams in this one. And Pacheco looks like, he took it last week. We'll see if that continues this week.
Yeah, CEH now on IR, so let's see if that makes a difference. All right, next one here. New Orleans Saints at the San Francisco 49ers. You mentioned it. They used Taysom Hill. They're a totally different team. It was heartbreaking what I heard from Jameis Winston, that he was heartbroken because he lost his job to an injury. Poor guy. But Olave had a big catch last week. Jawan Johnson seems to keep on getting it done. A lot of people are worried about Kamara, man. Let's talk about how he could possibly get going against this San Francisco defense that, they didn't have the greatest first half. They had a good first half, don't get me wrong, and then just exploded in the second half. Is it everybody on San Francisco you're playing, no matter what, because you're hoping in the first half they get the love, or the second half they get the love?
Yeah, the Niners look like the best team in football. I said that on Tuesday. They really do, both sides of the ball. It's going to be very tough for the Saints. Hold on, buddy. But you got to play Kamara if you got him. You got to play Olave. Juwan Johnson is getting close to a must start as well. 5 touchdowns the past 5 games. Hold on, bud. You're yelling at me. And, listen, they said that they're going to keep using Taysom Hill. They realized exactly what I realized, that they weren't using him enough. That was kind of funny to me, that they came out and said, we noticed we score a lot of points when we use him. Well, yeah, I noticed that too.
He could have had 2 touchdowns last week, right? Throwing one and rushing one or something like that.
Yeah. So they probably will continue to use him in this one because they're going to have to figure out creative ways to get past this Niners defense. And Debo and Kittle got going last week like I thought that they would. We'll see if that keeps going. Juwan Jennings did nothing last week. Wouldn't surprise me if he pops up in this one. And on the game before this, does this mean that Rojo is going to be active?
Good question.
What is all over your face?
Yeah,
you got milk? Go wipe your mouth. Ice cream. Here.
Nice. I want some ice cream. All right.
The whole family's here.
I love it. They want to be with Dad. All right, your Green Bay Packers are the Philadelphia Eagles. Christian Watson on a tear right now. Aaron Jones seems to be the viable option, especially that he's coming back. That Aaron Rodgers is hurt. Let's talk about the Green Bay Packers as well as on the flip side. Eagles played well last week, but AJ Brown's sick. Miles Sanders couldn't get going. What do you think about as far as this Eagles team?
Oh gosh, Green Bay. What are you gonna do?
So tough, man.
Well, Lazard could have had a really big game. Watson did have a big game. Lazard had like 12 targets or something. It's fine. You keep rolling out with those two. We've seen this before with Cobb, though, where Cobb comes back and he has a really big game, and then everybody starts to start him and he does nothing. Tight ends should be involved in this one. I don't like Robert Tonyan, but him and DeGuara should be involved in this because the Eagles are susceptible to tight ends. Green Bay's going to want to keep running, and doing nothing with those runs. So, unfortunately, you have to play Aaron Jones and maybe A.J. Dillon, but Dillon has just been worthless. It's been terrible. And for the Eagles, you roll them all out there, right? Unfortunately, there's no Goddard to roll out, but maybe Tyree Jackson comes and it's not Stoll this week. But it's the two main wide receivers in Miles Sanders and Jalen Hurts. I feel like the Eagles should be able to do anything that they want to do in this one. Green Bay looks to me like they've given up. No, you got more ice cream on your mouth.
He's enjoying life, bro. All right, you want to go on to the last one here?
Yeah.
All right, Pittsburgh Steelers at the Indianapolis Colts. Warren seems like he's getting an uptick as far as possibly playing. They're saying that he hasn't practiced it, but if he gets one practice, he will play. I don't think that matters, but is Najee now the 100% guy that you're using on this team? Perkins has taken over the number one. And as far as their defense, would you start them against this Colts defense? Ooh. They've been on a roll, obviously lost last week, but even still, are we comfortable starting all of our Colts? They love Dad.
They love Rob is what they do. He keeps saying, I want to talk to Rob. I want to meet Rob. Pittsburgh, Jalen Warren, don't even consider it. Deontay Johnson, will he do something for once? You know that you got to play Pickens. You got to play Najee Harris. Colts are at home in this one, which gives them chance. The whole world's going to be watching Jeff Saturday. He should be 2-0. What's he doing? Squats?
He's hilarious back there.
So Michael Pittman, Pierce, Campbell, keep on going with them. Jonathan Taylor. We thought it would be Kylan Granson, but now he's banged up. So this could be Mo Alley Cox week, I guess. But I like. It's weird. I like the Colts players, but I opted to use the Steelers defense because I think that with Matt Ryan being the quarterback and
Mr. Stuck in the mud,
and it being Monday night, Noah. And it being Monday night, there's a chance for a big defensive play. So get your Monday Night Football players in there. I like all the Steelers for the most part and all the Colts.
I was going to say DFS play Freiermuth. I'm going to play on Monday. I think that he's going to have a decent game, and he's going to be needed to be able to keep playing. Remember, guys, like us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Patreon. I love that he has a big belly. So do I, bud. So do I. Answers by Guess and ABGFF. Look for those hashtags. We appreciate every one of you, and we'll be back on Sunday.
Yeah, see you Sunday morning. I got to go tend to the chaos.
Enjoy, bud.
Hey.